What is aging? We all know what aging is, but what is happening internally? Why we age? Let's check it out. But before we get there, let's talk about some important stuff. Let's address our healthcare system. The way our healthcare system is set up, you need to be sick first before you can get any help. As a matter of fact, if you want to do anything for preventative reasons, most likely your insurance won't even cover it. Now, the reason why I'm saying this is because we are at a point in time where it's much easier to age backwards and keep those age-related diseases at bay, rather than waiting until you have it, such as cancer, cardiovascular disease, and so on, and then fight it off with radiation and drugs. Because aging itself is the cause of all those diseases. And that's why when we're young, we don't get heart disease or, cancer, in few rare cases, but generally speaking, no. Now let's talk about what is aging. I mean, we all know what aging looks like, but what is really happening internally? Why do we age? Aging, in my opinion, is a disease. And that's why all those age-related diseases, such as cardiovascular disease, cancer, metabolic diseases, they come with age, because there's a methylation problem. In other words, it's more like a software issue. And that's why we age, and that's why we get sick as we get older. And it's a loss of information. Aging is a loss of information due to entropy. In the same way as an analogy, if I would tell my friend here a story, and then he repeats the story to another friend, and then that friend repeats the story to another friend, and so on, we all know, after go through 50 people, my original message has been distorted. It won't be the same. There is a loss of information of the original message. And that's really what aging is. Our genome kind of like loses, information over time. They kind of like forget what they were supposed to do. And that is the hallmark of aging and age-related diseases. And there's really two ways on how we measure aging. First, we have chronological aging, which is basically according time. How many times Earth goes around the sun determines your age, which in my opinion is very primitive. And this will change soon in the future, mark my words. Your real age can be measured with a biological DNA test. Dr. Horvath invented the Horvath clock, which measures 353 methylation markers in your genome, which can very accurately determine your real biological age. In the same way, I mean, you could be 40 years old, right? But if you never took care of yourself, your biological age could be 50 or 55. Or, if you took care of yourself, you're 40 on paper, but really you can be 30. And that's not even a joke. And I'm sure we all know at least one or two people that don't look their age. They even look much older or much younger. And they literally are either younger or older. And with the Horvath clock, I can even take your blood today and I can tell you when you die. Also based on those methylation markers very accurately. And some people might say, well, that is scary. I don't want to know when I die. Well, yes, you do, because we can do something about it. If you couldn't do anything about it, and I would tell you, oh, you have 8 years to live, yeah, that would be, a slap in the face. But knowing that you have 8 years to live, but by changing your lifestyle and nutrition and everything, you can actually extend that to another 30 years. So yes, I think you do want to know. And that's how far ahead we are when it comes to aging. And there's two types of information in our DNA. 20% is digital, which means it cannot be changed. But we found out that 80% is epigenetics, which means epigenetics responds to nutrition, lifestyle, love, community, environmental factors. In other words, 80% of the aging process is up to you. And that's why some people look much younger for their age or much older because they literally are. 80% is up to you. That also means that 80% of those age-related diseases, such as cancer, heart disease, dementia, Alzheimer, is up to you. If you want to get them or how soon you want to get them. And that's where the anti-aging really gets interesting. Now let's talk about why we age and what's happening in our epigenome. As an analogy, the epigenome is like a DVD player. And at certain times, this song has to play in this cell, and then at other times, that song has to play in another cell. Or sometimes they have to get silenced. So it's like this perfect like harmony on, gene expression. Some have to turn on, some have to turn off. And when everything is working, then you have this perfect harmony, perfect music, and we're healthy and we age slower. But over time, aging is like getting scratches on the CD. And we know the DVD player will have a hard time reading it. And sometimes the wrong song comes on at the wrong cell. And that is really the hallmark of aging, to explain it very simple. So, and the way we address longevity, anti-aging, is by polishing the CD so that DVD player can read the CD again and everything can function. And we are very far ahead in that field. You'd be surprised. We're about 10 years away from popping a pill and age backwards. We already know how we do it in animals. We can accelerate the aging process by like 50% and then also reverse it again. And myself, I reversed my aging process by 12 years. So on paper, I'm 46. But according to DNA methylation testing, I'm 12 years younger. And I mean, you be the judge, whether I look my age or not. But I feel good, I have energy, and it is working. I used to have like tons of gray hair on the side, and most of it, disappeared over time. So yes, I think there is a lot happening internally. And if you're interested in a free anti-aging longevity disease prevention lecture here in Phoenix on July 22nd at 11 a.m., which is a Saturday, you can join me. I'm a free lecture, and I will explain everything about why we age, why we don't have to, how to slow it down, how to keep those diseases away, and how to reverse the aging process with everything we have up to date available today. Check it out, and I hope I see you there.